With you, what was the inspiration for this? I understand it had something to do with the doctors that you met while doing ER.
Well, it was sort of an idea that was individually arrived at by three people simultaneously, but my version of it was sitting at home during the pandemic and receiving a lot of mail from first responders saying things from, boy, we could sure use Dr. Carter out here, or it's fun to go back and watch ER to stay inspired with what's really hard right now. And I didn't know what to do with all that, so I wrote John a letter and said, I know you don't want to do the old show, I don't either, but I think there's another story to tell. And if you ever want to write a Jeremiad from the mountaintop, I would volunteer to scream it.
So he said on Colbert that you all didn't want to do a medical drama again. Is that true?
Yes.
Very much so.
What was it?
I thought we'd done it really well, and we needed another way in, another way to kind of think about how to do it. And
Yeah, my approach to it was, I was telling someone why I would never do another medical show and listed all the reasons that John and I felt, and then there was a thought that maybe there is one way to do it, and we came up with it, and I'm glad we did. It's been fun.
So you're the one that came up with the...
No, I reached out to Noah to say, hey, Noah, do you want to do this again? Because I was only going to do it with Noah, and he had been experiencing the same sort of positive feedback to do it, and then we took it to John, and John said, I don't want to do it, but if you guys want to do it, let's proceed. And then eventually he got on board, and we off to the races, and it's been a really interesting experience for sure. It was a challenge, but it's been fun.
Sorry to beat this to a dead horse, but why didn't you want to do it? Just because it's harder to launch a show now, or what was it?
well, it's definitely harder to launch a show, but it had more to do with what are we going to say that we haven't said before. And I think what happened when the idea came up of doing a single shift was we wouldn't have to follow romantic relationships or any of the other things that you end up doing, but instead we were just going to stay with them and see that what we ask these people who are on the front lines of urban health